Understanding native speakers. One of the biggest challenges for English learners is understanding native speakers. They often speak quickly and use idioms or slang that can be confusing. It's important to remember that it's okay to ask someone to slow down or explain a phrase you don't understand. Practice listening to English in different accents and speeds can also be helpful. Vocabulary building. Expanding vocabulary is a common problem for English learners. It can be overwhelming to learn new words, especially when many words have multiple meanings. Using new words in sentences and daily conversations can help to remember them. Also, reading books and watching movies in English can introduce new words in context. Grammar rules. English grammar can be tricky with its exceptions to rules. For example, irregular verbs don't follow the regular conjugation patterns. Practice and repetition are key to mastering these rules. Don't be afraid to make mistakes as they are part of the learning process. Pronunciation. English pronunciation can be difficult due to silent letters and different sounds for the same letter combination. Listening to native speakers and repeating after them can help improve pronunciation. There are also many online resources with audio clips for practice. Confidence. Many learners lack confidence in speaking English. They fear making mistakes and being misunderstood. It's important to remember that everyone learning a new language makes mistakes. The more you practice, the more confident you will become. Joining a language exchange group can provide a safe space to practice speaking. Spelling mistakes. English spelling can be challenging because it's not always phonetic. Words like night and right have silent letters. Practice is key to improving spelling. Try writing new words several times and use them in sentences. Use of tenses. English has many tenses and learners often struggle with when to use each one. For example, the difference between simple past and present perfect can be confusing. Regular practice and examples can help understand the usage of different tenses. Prepositions. Prepositions like in, on, and at can be tricky. They don't always translate directly from your native language to English. Practice using prepositions in sentences and read a lot in English to see how they are used in context. Phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are combinations of words that have a different meaning when used together than the individual words. For example, give up means to quit. Learning phrasal verbs can be challenging, but they are commonly used in English. Cultural references. English speakers often use cultural references or idioms that can be confusing. For example, it's raining cats and dogs means it's raining heavily. Learning about English-speaking cultures can help understand these references. Sentence structure. English sentence structure can be confusing. The order of words in a sentence is important. For example, adjectives usually come before nouns. Practice writing sentences and have them checked by a teacher or a language exchange partner. Writing skills. Writing in English can be challenging. It's not just about grammar and vocabulary, but also about expressing your thoughts clearly. Practice writing essays or letters in English. You can also start a journal in English to practice writing every day. Idiomatic expressions. English is full of idiomatic expressions, which can be confusing for learners. Phrases like break a leg or kick the bucket don't have literal meanings. It's helpful to learn common idioms and practice using them in context. Article usage. The use of articles a, an, and the can be tricky for English learners. There are rules about when to use each one, but there are also many exceptions. Practice and feedback from native speakers can help improve article usage. Direct versus indirect speech. English learners often struggle with direct and indirect speech. Direct speech quotes exactly what someone said, while indirect speech reports what was said. Understanding the difference and when to use each can be challenging but is essential for effective communication. Question formation. Forming questions in English can be difficult. The word order changes depending on the type of question. Practice forming different types of questions and have them checked by a teacher or language exchange partner. Motivation. Learning a new language takes time and effort. Sometimes it can feel like you're not making progress. It's important to stay motivated. Set small, achievable goals and celebrate your progress. Remember, every little bit of practice helps.